Hi everybody, I'm Amanda Benway with Creative Solutions Bookkeeping in Vermont. I'm going to show you today how to use a pretty simple Excel profit and loss and inventory tracking worksheet for your product-based business. The first thing I would do is enter the name of your business up on the top. And then you're going to be tracking your income and expenses monthly, and then you're also going to be totaling it for year to date. So let's just plunge in some numbers so you can see how the formula works. Let's say your total sales in January were $1,500 and your inventory cost of goods sold was $700. Say you use Square and you've got Square fees that were $25. You paid $37 for shipping. You put in $20 into Facebook ads. These are all customizable to your business. I just put in some standard ones. You've got a website expense maybe of $35 and $10 in gas for your business. As you can see, it's totaling up those amounts right down here. And it's also totaling over here. So at the end, you're going to see your total sales and your total expenses. This is your net income. If you show a negative, it's going to show as a negative. So let's put in one that would be a negative. Let's say you had, instead of $1,500 in sales, you decreased in February and you had $900 in sales. So if your sales decrease, your cost of goods sold is probably also going to decrease. Okay, I'm just trying to punch in some other numbers just to show you how the negative would look. So this would be a loss for that month, but it still is going to total up over here as an overall profit because you have a profit over here and you have a loss here. So these are your totals over here. This is a section that I added in that you might not find on a regular profit and loss. And this is just to track your goals, which I think really helps you stay on track when you're working in a product-based business. So if you wanted to track your goals here, let's say your sales goals are $800 a month. That's what you want to do every month. Let's spread that across by dragging it over here. Okay, you don't, for this exercise, you don't need anything to tally over here. These are your sales goals. So you sold in the first month $1,500. So your desired sales, your actual sales, and the difference, you were $700 above. See over here how it starts in the negative every month? That's because it's saying you've got zero because we're assuming it is, March 1st or something. So you haven't had any data to put in there, but this can help you keep track of your sales, and you can change this as you go. Another feature that I added into this worksheet for you is to track your inventory as well. So I loaded up some sample inventory, so you will want to go in here and change this to your actual inventory, however you want to look at it. In this company, we're using an item number. You can delete this whole section if you don't use an item number. There's a description, and then there is the cost, the quantity you have on hand, and the value of that over here, which is your cost times your quantity, is that. This does not need to be highlighted for any particular reason. That was just from a copy and paste that carried over. It's set to collect your inventory value by adding all of these together, and you've got your inventory value right here, and you can see that it goes from E4 to E106. So if you are not familiar at all with Excel, that means this column E4 starts right here. It's collecting information from E4 all the way down to E106. If your inventory needs to go further than 106, which is right here, you just change that right up here. It can go to E5000. It doesn't matter. It will track it here. Then I did a formula in here for you so that your inventory value is going to pull from that sheet. You can see right here, it's pulling it from inventory B1. That's inventory sheet B1. So it's going to track your inventory as you purchase and decrease inventory. So as long as your inventory is up to date, your inventory over here is up to date. The reason you want to track your inventory is you're going to need it for your taxes at the end of the year. You're going to need that inventory value. I also like to just be able to pull up a spreadsheet if I'm on the go. I keep mine on, or I did, I'm sorry, this is past tense because I actually don't use this anymore. And you can find a video on what I do use, which is QuickBooks Online. And you can find a video on QuickBooks Online for a product-based business on my channel as well. But some of you are not ready for QuickBooks Online. It's more advanced than something that you really need. And a lot of people have been asking me for this spreadsheet. And I'm more than happy to share and more than happy to teach. I love teaching. So when I did use this, I kept it on a Google Doc so that I could pull it up anywhere that I needed to be. So if I was talking to a client and I wanted to know what I had in my shelving at home, I could pull it up. I could take a look at my inventory. I liked having that on hand, so I kept it to date all the time. When I got an order from the manufacturing company, I would add my inventory in. When I made a sale, I would reduce my inventory over here. And then another thing that if you choose to do that I did, that's not going to be included on this spreadsheet already, is I also tracked my customers by adding a tab here. And you can go and rename it to Mary Jo. And on 10/16, I sold Mary Jo 2 hand creams. And I gave her 1 sample of, let's say, shampoo. Okay, so I did this for a couple reasons. One, I wanted to track what she had purchased previously so that if I wanted to check in with her, I could be like, hey, Mary Jo, how's your hand cream? You've had it for like 6 months, whatever. I mean, you would check in sooner. I'm not going to, this is about Excel, not how to do sales. But anyway, it's the fact that I know that she bought 2 hand creams before, so I could check in with her to see if she needed more hand creams. I could show her maybe a different scent of hand cream. And then I gave her a sample of shampoo, which I wanted to know because I try not to send the same kind of sample twice. It's just how I run my business, so that they're doing different things. When it's a product-based business, you want to get as much products in their hands as possible. So I am going to delete this. I'm going to leave this information in here for you. You can go in and you can change it however you need. And I'm going to remove this information from up in here, but I'm going to keep all of the formulas. So you can either go into Excel and you can make this same sort of sheet, or you can get in touch with me and I would be more than happy to share the sheet that is already built with you. That's up to you. The way that you can get a hold of me is facebook.com/creative solutions or facebook.com/Amanda Benway VT. You can email me at amanda@creativesolutionsvt.com. You can find me on my personal Facebook page, which is Amanda Lynn Benway. And y'all can see my face on the video, so you ought to be able to find me on Facebook as well. You can also put information in the comments here on how I can get a hold of you to be able to send you this spreadsheet. I can certainly email it. I believe I can attach files to Facebook. I'm not 100% sure on that. I am brilliant at bookkeeping. I am not the best tech person. And thank you for taking a minute to watch this video, and I hope that you find it helpful.